And welcome back to the Los Caballeros Sports Village in Fountain Valley, California. This is the Men's Pro Doubles Championships with the Flying Cordova brothers up against Luis Moreno and Andy Nett. This is the Pro Men's Double Finals. And the first point goes to Luis Cordova from Juarez, Mexico, and his doubles partner, Daniel Cordova. Luis Moreno from Tucson, Arizona, retrieving that serve, and his doubles partner is Andy Nett from Winona, Minnesota, and there's a side out for the Flying Cordovas. I think I saw the Flying Cordovas at Circus Circus one year. Now, Luis and Daniel Cordova have a really good win under their belt in Vegas. Last year, they defeated Dave Chapman and Sean Linning in three-wall ball. I know that's not four-wall, but it proves that these two can play together. And being comfortable in a doubles court is very important.
One down.
They obviously have the skill as well.
0-1.
Zero serves one.
Point. 1-1.
We're all together. Andy Nett is a amazing serve artist, and he's going to pick on Danny Cordova with these power drives down the right. There's no wonder that Nett and Moreno are in the finals here.
Point.
And when Luis Moreno wants to go into clampdown mode, you just can't get a ball by him. He'll run up front within about 3 to 5 feet from the front wall and just power fish shots and make unbelievable gets.
Point.
But he might not have to do that if Andy Nett can continue with this amazing drive down the right. You might even see Luis Cordova come over and switch when Andy is serving, which I think would be a smart thing to do for the Cordovas.
4-1.
4 serves 1. You're watching the WPH's continued coverage of the 62nd USHA Four-Wall National Handball Championships.
Point.
Andy Nett is the right side player for Team Moreno, but he's playing the left as he gets the first serve. This has given Luis a lot of rest over there, who will be active in this match, more so after Andy leaves. That was miscommunication between Nett and Moreno.
Volley. Replay.
Score is 5-1. Nice serve right there. It's flipped up though. Danny gets it back. Then an overhit from Andy Nett. That should probably get the side out, but it doesn't. But that does.
Side out.
Now the Flying Cordova's back into action. Now Moreno going over to the left. Andy tried to stay there on the left side, as if to say, I had some success here for us. We got 5 straight points. Both of the Cordovas playing back too far right now, and that's what happens when you play back too far. Andy Nett strokes one right down that right wall, a couple inches high.
1-5.
Score here is 1-5. It's been all Andy Nett.
Point. 2-5. No.
What was he looking
I
for
didn't
there?
think there was a
Bad
hinder there. He
bounce?
stayed where he was, and the ball never got out of view. No. Unless he... I didn't... No hinder. Okay. Thank you, Andy.
Andy gave him the hinder.
2-5.
Scores 2-5. Men's finals in the pro bracket here. Streaming live at racefreight.com. Nice shot right there from Cordova to drive it. That sets up a flip up
Point.
and a pass opportunity, Fred.
That's a good shot. Instead of going for the kill, he had him in.
3-5.
Very smart.
Oh, I like that serve. But if you miss it, it's going to be dangerous.
Oops.
Oh, point. That was lucky.
Well,
the
Luis looks
referee-
like he's firing the ball today.
4-5. Coming in.
Ashley and Riley just stopping by the booth to say congratulations to us, and we had to say it back to her. He was flying back to Ireland now, so.
Whoops.
Point.
What do you want, a bad bounce?
I think it peeled to the serve.
I
was
don't
a long
have any
t-
linesmen.
That was a long time ago.
No linesman. Oh, God, what a joke.
He's appealing the serve.
Come on. It's a national championship.
Okay, we got two people. I used Vince yesterday. I'm going to stay with him. Okay? So, I've been overruled. No point. One short.
Been overruled by a linesman who wasn't in place. Unbelievable.
Point.
Just one linesman.
Right back.
There's not two linesmen, but just one overruled the referee.
6-4.
That means that the ref saw it good and the linesman saw it bad, and he went with the linesman, who just happens to be 70 years old.
That's laziness.
One down. Six, 4. Screen. 6. Did it bounce first?
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Second serve then.
Andy Nett goes to that overhand serve. Fools Luis Cordova back to the roof again. Andy almost single-handedly.
Nice shot
Coming
by
in.
Luis Cordova.
Andy single-handedly scored all of their points so far
4.
here, Fred.
6.
I know you missed the first part of this first game.
One down.
We have a whole group of handball fanatics watching in
4,
Juarez, Mexico right now, over the border, or El Paso, where the Flying Cordova brothers are quite popular in that handball community. And rightly so. They've done so much for handball. Their father, mom.
I was there a few months ago, Dave, and,
6-4.
you know, looks like we're going to have a pro stop there next year.
One of the best
Ball.
handball communities I think I've seen, Fred. With all the
Second
support
serve.
and multiple handball courts and players all over that city.
Oh, they got a beautiful facility there at that country club where they expect to have the
Point.
tournament.
And there's a point being called.
7-4.
7-4 here, first game. We go to 21, breaker to 11.
Point.
Another miss hit from Danny Cordova.
8-4.
Yeah, we were real impressed with Danny at the Intercollegiates this year. Played a hell of a match.
Point.
Just missed out coming in second place. But he's really stepped up
9-4.
his game. And Luis, of course, you know, just had a great season on the Pro Tour. Was able to break into the top 8.
Point.
You know, it's great to see this. This is Great for handball. Two young brothers.
10-4.
Oh, you remember what they did in Vegas when they beat Chapman and Sean Linning.
Point.
And another miss hit right there. Not miss hit, but a missed shot from.
Yeah, he's
11-4.
pressing. He's not finishing the shot. He's got to finish.
I've
Come on,
seen
Luis, let him play.
I've seen that 4 times now here in the early parts of this game where Luis and Andy are being tied up. Luis wants to take control here. Andy's way out of position, Fred.
I know.
If our camera can't see Andy Nett, the right side player, although I do like how he's covering behind Luis, but
Watch it.
that almost wasn't avoidable. Boy, Andy's really out of position.
Point.
See, the danger you run into when one guy is dominating is that the guy on the right side is being frozen out. And then finally, when he does get a shot, you know, he's not warm. Got to let your partner play. It's team handball. It's not singles.
See that one coming. Point.
Well, that's vintage Luis Moreno right there.
13-4.
Killed the ball off his back foot. Well, he's feeling it. That's why he's running all over the place. Look at that. Great court coverage.
It's like reading the Sunday Comic.
He's reading it.
14-4.
14-4 is the score here.
Before Luis hit that ball.
Luis Cordova serving here. The referee still talking after he calls that serve.
You can see. Look at the body language now compared to the other day. He's really feeling it now.
Point. 16-4.
Whoops.
Point. Great pickup.
He's all over the court.
And Luis didn't miss a beat, did he? 17-4.
There's
Point.
too much power, folks. Too
No.
much power.
No,
He's keeping the ball down.
not that time. 18-4. Cut. Said he cut in front of me.
18-4 score here. Short ball.
Second serve.
Moreno serving.
Coming in.
Well, it's his first miss. How many did they run there, Dave? It was pretty close when they came in. They run about 10 or 12.
Well, it was 5-4
18-4.
and then 6-4. So I guess probably from 5-13 to 0 run.
One short. Second serve.
It's a pretty good run there, Fred.
Coming in.
Well, I guess you can get away with that when it's 18-4.
18.
See, that's Andy's strength right there, the right hand.
Point.
I don't know why he's pushing himself into the corner to take the ball left-handed. His right hand is
5-18.
lights out.
Down.
Score here
5-18.
is 5 serves 18, referee David Steinberg. It's so hard to ref doubles, Fred. I've never seen a intense doubles match where there wasn't controversy.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, the ref in your match, I thought, did a pretty good job.
Well, he took charge.
I know people didn't see that match, which is too bad. It should have been
Coming
televised. It's a great doubles exhibition, 35 and over.
18-5.
4 guys who really know how to play doubles.
There's 4 guys in there that are all 40 and older.
Point.
Nottie Jr. turning 40 here soon. Technically 39, but
19-5.
everybody playing down in the 35s.
Yeah, I mean, you guys played so good. You could have played open
I called the
doubles.
serve good. Overruled.
Nadi Alvarado took charge
One
there in that
short,
35 doubles
19-5.
finals and won a national championship, defeating John Robles and Chris Watkins. Both of those guys are...
Well, I got to tell you, Dave, you know, don't minimize your contribution because you were there. You backed Nadi up great. You know, they try to freeze him out, and they were pounding the ball at you, and you made some unbelievable gets, diving to the floor, flipping it back with the back of your glove a couple times.
25.
You contributed heavily to that victory. And I'm not just saying that because you're here in the booth. And I love you.
Well, well, thanks.
Hold it.
I used to had a friend one time, a top handball player in Northern California by the name of Jeff Holcomb, who once said that I used to dive and then I got good.
25.
So every time I dive, I kind of think, well, the reason why I'm diving is because I'm out of position.
No, not really.
I think
You were covering the shots.
in doubles, you kind of sometimes have to.
You have to. They hit great shots, and you covered them.
Well, in about 8 days, when all the Vicodin wears off, we'll find out what I broke. Shh. I mean Advil.
That's it.
It's a prescribed medication.
I understand.
I'll tell you something that's, as we watch this 50-shot rally here, Luis Moreno just pounding balls to Luis Cordova, who has a really good open shot for a kill, and he ends up getting it
One down.
with a half out here.
And he missed the ceiling there.
But one of those dives, Fred, it was about 4 dives toward the end. I think I dove like 8 times, but on the 4th one I dove and I thought I landed on the ball on my right knee, which as you know, a doctor said that I should have a knee replacement.
One down.
So I walked back to the spot to return the serve, and I bent down, and my kneecap came around from the side and popped back into the front. It wasn't the ball, it was my kneecap that kind of dislocated. I didn't know it. We'll see how that's going to fare here in the next couple days. Right now it feels fine, but...
So we're not playing doubles Tuesday night then?
No, I feel great. I actually ran up and down the stairs here to the cabana between games, and I felt really good, so I'm still ready to play.
Coming in.
All right, 20 serving 5 here. First game just about over.
25. Short.
You know, this game has almost been like Luis wanted to make a statement here. Not a good serve. Not a good serve.
Second man, 25.
See if Andy can end it here with an ace down the right. And he goes left.
Wow, and he got it.
He
That's
got
just
it.
enough to fool those guys, too, as Andy Nett and Luis Moreno take down the Flying Cordovas in the first game, 21-5. We'll have game 2 coming up right around the corner. Stick with us here at racefor8.com.
Okay, back
Second
second game.
We are back for that second game.
0-0.
As Luis Moreno serves to Danny Cordova.
See if he can keep that fire going.
I like that shot right there from Luis Cordova, inside out corner kill with pace taken off.
0-0.
He's got to let that go.
1 down.
Luis had it in his sights.
0-0.
0-0. Luis Cordova makes Andy go to the floor there on that return. Now Andy diving again.
Replay. Zero, zero.
Little indecision there with the boys. They got to talk to each other.
0-0.
Still can't get that serve over. Coming around the back wall. Whoops.
Cordova completely out of position here. Danny, that is. All players playing really far back.
I do not understand what's going on there with Andy. Come
Why
on,
is
Andy.
everybody playing so far back, Fred? This is like they're playing three wall.
Well, what I don't like is Andy's pushing himself into the side wall and taking balls with his left hand.
0-0.
I don't think
He's
Andy.
got to turn the other way.
I think he's unfamiliar with the right side.
Replay.
Yeah, but he's such a natural to play the right side. All he's got to do is think about driving the ball with that right hand. That's all he's got to do. And he's so good at it.
Second serve.
I actually think that Andy's better on the left with this team.
No, absolutely not.
Replay.
Maybe when he's got the serve so he can get into the game a little bit more, but
0-0.
That was a double bounce before the back wall. That's how hard he hits that serve. Now on camera,
1-0.
the ball only looks like it's traveling 60 miles an hour, but when you're in the court there, it looks like it's going 100. Look at that serve.
One screen.
Calling a screen on that serve.
yeah, I mean, he gets a little pumped up and get that adrenaline going. He's going to start throwing ace after ace down that right wall.
Oh!
Ooh,
Foot short.
Left foot.
foot fault. Left foot over the line.
Second serve.
I think it's so hard for a referee to look at the foot and if that ball's short.
Point.
Tough serve, pinched him, and he needs to move a little bit
2-0.
quicker. See, there's the weakness right there on the defense. When he can turn sideways and hit sidearm, he's very good with his left. That's the one thing Andy needs to do to get better, is learn how to defense with his left hand. Oh, Louise.
Replay.
Bad bounce back wall. Replay.
2-0. One screen.
He's just missing the
2-0.
crack over the line there.
Replay. 2-0.
Goes to the left.
Hold it. I
Nine.
called the hinder first. Two zero. Fault.
Way over the line.
Over the line.
Andy Nett does that. He has that big,
Second
tall
serve.
frame.
One screen.
He's got to play this one safe.
One screen, one fault.
Second serve.
Set up.
That's a
Coming
problem
in.
with a power hitter who serves to that left.
He's got to hit the side wall on the fly.
0-2.
Got to pinch the guy into the back wall. It's not that hard.
Point.
Right side open.
Well, Andy Nett, the right side player, is playing deep left with Luis Moreno up front.
1-2.
Andy has to run up there and get in front of Danny Cordova.
Point.
Serve fooled him.
Andy Nett tries to go Eric Hilgren on that shot, unable to do it. All together at 2 here.
2-2.
Andy and Luis talking. Now look how far Andy is out of the play here, Dave, or Fred.
I know. No. That's the shot.
Damn, that's good handball. One down.
Yes, that was
2-2.
referee Dave Steinberg.
Good handball, but the players are out of position.
Well, up to that point, the Cordovas were doing a good job keeping Luis out of the volley there,
Coming
but
in,
they gave him a fly
2-2.
shot up front, and he took care of it. That's the serve right there.
On the defensive, of all the players playing so far back, Fred, you kind of have to respect all of this power out there. I mean, you would have to imagine how hard the ball's flying in there right now.
Point.
With Moreno and Nett and Luis Cordova
3-2.
leading the way. All very hard hitters.
See?
Point.
That's a good serve. Deep side wall.
4-2.
That's a great double serve right there. You only have a split second to decide who's going to hit it. No screen called.
Point.
Took a chance there.
5-2.
Too hard. Set up. Come on, Andy.
Hitter.
Oops.
Five two.
Serve.
Okay, replay that. We're too fast. What's that? It's contact. He didn't have enough time to call it. I said, call your contact.
Believe it or not, Fred, this is late in the tournament here, and the galleries are packed. I can't recall a national championship since 2005 where the crowds are so filled up
5-2.
with either non-handball players or handball players that did not enter the tournament. I see a lot of fans coming down here to watch handball.
Well, you know, this is an interesting match,
Second
okay? You got
serve.
two young brothers playing against the top pro player of the year
Point.
and another great player in his own right, in Andy Nett. So, you know, this match has a lot of marquee
6-2.
value, so to
Andy
speak.
Nett ranked number 8 on the Pro Tour.
Point.
Luis Moreno is ranked number 1. Luis Cordova ranks 7th with his brother who's in the top 20, Daniel.
7-2.
And no slouch is Daniel.
Yeah, Luis has got to do a better job, Cordova, defensing that serve.
Point.
Now he's pressing, just run 6 straight.
8-2.
Good hands by Andy.
Andy's an amazing athlete, Fred. I don't think he's ever played right side doubles in his life, but he's one of those guys that will adapt to anything. And I think he's coachable. And Luis Moreno squelches one into the corner to get the 7th straight point here.
Yeah, he's showing his talents right now for sure,
9-2.
which are many. He almost looks like he's playing one wall now, the way he's dominating the front court, cutting balls off left and right.
10-2.
That's why I said earlier, if he goes into clampdown mode, you can't get a ball by him. And I'm not joking. There's really nothing you can do. If he's standing up there and you go to the ceiling, he'll cut it off.
Point.
Yeah, they're pressing, you know, making some really bad unforced errors. All right, they switch sides.
11-2. Short.
Team Cordova's
Second serve.
probably pretty happy that that was short.
Too high.
See
Got a
Moreno,
break on that.
Moreno getting right back into the action again and just jamming balls at these two players. Here's an opportunity for Danny Cordova. Wow,
Point.
flat kill from Luis Moreno. Goes over the top of that ball to keep it down.
12-2.
12-2.
Short, short.
Great camera
Second
angle
serve.
right there of that serve.
It's a good serve.
Point.
Very good serve.
Cordova's not calling a timeout here.
13-2.
11 straight points they've run.
.11 straight in this inning, but 12 unanswered total. Look at Moreno. Fred, he's in clampdown mode here. He's not going to let a ball get by him. Oh, and finally Andy Nett gets to hit a ball.
Let him hit it. Thank you.
Moreno is got
Skipped
so
another
much
one.
energy right now, Fred. He wants every single shot.
Not enough of it.
You see him
Like to
taking
have seen that the other day against Shanks.
Point.
Error after error after error. 13 straight.
15-2. Hold it. $15-2.
15 serves 2 here. Back to the roof. Moreno, when he's comfortable, has a great ceiling game. That was overhit. That one's overhit. My gosh, the power from Luis Moreno. The crowd's loving what they're seeing right here. Fred, this is an exhibition that Luis Moreno is giving right here. He's playing 2-on-1,
16-2.
and Andy Nett's not even hitting one ball. And that's the only error that we've seen from Luis Moreno here.
One down.
Well, good. Come on, Andy. Serve. Get in here. Score a couple aces.
I hope Andy's still loose. And Andy didn't have.
See how much more comfortable
Yeah, you're right.
they were with, they knew that Andy was on the left, so they shot the ball with comfort. That's the difference.
Ball sound like it broke.
Too bad, it was a good handball.
That's the first one of the tournament I've seen. Have you seen any others?
Seen a couple.
Yeah.
Balls aren't breaking. A little lopsided, but not breaking.
Fast. Yeah, there hasn't been many of them.
One guy came up to me and said they call it the 21 ball because it bounces 21 different ways when you bounce it. But it's been a very durable ball this tournament.
216.
Andy was surprised. Luis let one go. And that ball hits Luis as he tries to jump over it.
216. And down.
Moreno and Nett take the first game 21-5, and now they're cruising here. Looks like there'll be a good chance that they win the national championship.
Coming in.
That's what Andy Nett gives you. Great deep shot, deep drive.
His deep drive is about as good as anybody in the game. Luis Moreno has a great deep drive. Noddy Jr. and Sean Lenning.
I call the serve good.
But I would put Andy Nett right up there. I thought that was short.
Okay, I got overruled again. One short.
That's a great view of our referee on the GoPro camera.
I called the serve good. I got overruled, so it's a short.
Wow, do you see how Luis set up for that?
Come down.
It's a nice shot by Daniel.
16-2. Coming in.
Poor Andy, he wants to get up there and get some reps in and maybe score some points, but it's always one in, one out for him.
Shot.
That ball hit Andy.
Did it?
I thought it did. Maybe Danny touched it.
216.
If it was a swing and miss, then the wrong call was made, but I think Danny tipped it into Andy Nett.
Point.
Nice shot by Danny.
Andy Nett playing too far back. He gave Danny that shot. He told him to take it.
3-16.
3-16. It's difficult to play the right side because, Fred, as you know, if you get too far up there, you become a target, and if you get too far back, the target becomes
Well, you got to
the front
move.
wall.
You got to move up and back. You just can't plant yourself in the front or the
See
back.
how far Andy is totally out of position.
Well, he's
right
got to
now.
move. He's got to go up there.
You play a guy like Sean Lenning, who
And-
likes to hit kill shots from his chest. He would exploit Andy because he would just power balls down that right wall.
Well, you know, you got to anticipate. Okay, you got to have your head in the game. You got to see what kind of shot is coming.
Replay.
You either walk in or you walk back, but you don't plant yourself in one spot. That's what too many players do on the right side.
16-4.
You know, that's what they're told to do by their partners. You know, nothing could be stupider. If that's a word.
And down.
Stupider.
How about dumber?
More dumb, more stupid.
Dumb and dumber.
16-4.
Got to be moving at all times.
ABC, always be clogging. It's the only
No.
C letter that I can think of.
Luis. Stuck his left hand in. Andy had a right-handed shot. Was not in position.
Coming in.
Got lazy.
4-16.
Yeah, it's getting a little raggedy right now.
Nice shot right there from Luis Moreno. It's almost as if Luis just wanted to get on the court today and get a good workout in.
4-16.
He's running all over the court here. I mean, he's playing sloppy ball at times, but also just dominating in there. This is the type of confidence you want to see Luis Moreno have when he steps in against Charlie Shanks or Paul Brady or some of the best players.
You want to see him have excitement, which is what he didn't have the other day.
Well, he has it today, Fred.
I know.
Coming in.
All right, now they got to score a couple points here and get off.
16-5. Good.
That was a good call. It's been a great weekend of handball action. I want to thank our production crew headed by director Linda Manning, bringing us this great feed. WPH longtime supporter and donor, gives a lot of his time. Jeff Kastner operating the cameras as well as switching camera angles back and forth. Fred Lewis, Ashley Moeller, David Fink, and those that helped out with this amazing production of ours.
Okay, I just want to point out something right now. You could see Luis's, you know, his whole demeanor now has changed. I don't know if anybody out there has seen it, but it's changed.
Luis Moreno or Cordova?
Moreno.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe he's taking a breather here since he just got rid of about 4,000 calories. Moreno knows how to play doubles, Fred. Watch his positioning. He's playing the right side, and he's in the spot that he's supposed to be. And a swing and miss from Andy Nett.
So now that, you know, that's two straight where they came in, they didn't score 1 point.
5-16. Point.
Nice shot right there from Luis Cordova.
6-16.
Father Luis and his beautiful wife who's about ready to give birth.
Okay, guys,
7-16.
it's 7-16.
Also watching this broadcast.
Look at that.
1 down. 7-16.
Half out here as Danny Cordova wearing the white shirt serves to Luis Moreno. Overhit from Luis. And then sticks his hand out.
Yeah.
He has to have a little bit more confidence in his doubles partner.
8-16.
He stopped moving his feet. He stopped. Not like he was
Look at
the
that
first
get right
game and
there.
a half.
Andy Nett actually got that ball. Luis swung and missed, and Andy popped it with a backhand. Get right there from Luis Cordova. Andy Nett gets out of the way,
1 down.
and then there's 1 down.
I think it's side out.
2 down. Referee said 1 down.
16. What happened?
All right, now here's the third set of serves. They're coming in now. They got to score a couple points.
I like partners like that, huh?
Like Andy jammed his hand a little bit there on that dive. 16-8, second game. Luis Moreno and Andy Nett won the first one.
1 down.
There
That
you
was a
go,
terrible
folks.
serve.
Look at the body language. Just look
16-8.
at it. It's totally different than it was earlier. Oops. Great shot, Andy.
Point.
Straight down the wall.
17-8. Good.
That ball was close. I thought it was over the line.
One agreed. Second serve.
He only has one. We found that out earlier. That ball looked like it was over the line, though.
Good serve.
This would be a setup, and it squelches the front wall,
Point.
and there's a point
What a break. What a
earned
break. What a break.
for Moreno and Nett.
An elementary school teacher. 18-8.
Come on, Andy. Do something.
Yep, bad bounce.
You got a break there. There's going to be a
The
setup.
ball actually sounded like it broke. It was a slide over there on that left wall.
18-8.
Nice serve. Uh-oh.
Hold it.
That's a great shot by Andy. He hit it right at him.
18-8.
Serve.
Point.
Now at
That's
19.
better.
There's the right side poster.
Aggressive.
19-8.
Andy now doing the serve and shoot thing here.
That's what they're capable of doing.
Coming in.
Fred,
Yeah.
we could actually talk for hours about this subject, but as a server, whether it's singles or doubles, what are you trying to do
8-19.
with your serve to develop points? Besides just going for an ace serve, which I think
Point.
everyone should probably
Well,
try to learn.
What you're trying to do is hit an effective serve. What is an effective serve?
9-19.
It's one that is either going to be an ace or you're going to get a weak
Point.
return. Okay?
10-19.
But
If you can't hit an effective serve, then the next best thing to do is to hit a safe serve that doesn't get a setup. In other words, the worst thing that you want to do is set your opponent up when you're in the box and you can hit a serve. So how do you set your opponent up? You serve the ball too hard, too high, and it comes off the back wall, and your serve is totally neutralized.
See, a lot of players go in there, Fred, they have no idea. They're just trying to throw the ball into play, and they hit it as hard as they can.
Yeah, but they hit it too high. That's why it sets up.
Oh. One down.
I see
Great
players
shot by Andy.
that have good serves, and they're upset with themselves because they don't get the ace, but their opponent just flipped the ball to the front wall, and it's a big fly kill opportunity, and they are so mad at themselves that they end up running back to take it over the head when they had actually what they should have been aiming for is that first strike.
No, the law of averages, you're not going to hit a lot of aces, okay? So what you have to do is try to hit a serve where you get a weak return. And if you get a weak return, then you've done your job. Then you got to put it away, or you got to keep your opponent on the defensive. It's one thing I don't see a lot of players do. They get their opponents in trouble and then they let them off the hook. Got to keep the pressure on.
This is a nice rally right here, Fred.
Tremendous athletic ability there in the front court.
Coming in.
A lot of quick hands.
And the crowd appreciates what they're seeing here from these players.
If you're going to hit a power serve, you got to keep the ball
19.
between
10.
the short line and the 5-foot mark. In other words, you got about 5 feet. If you get the
Point.
ball past that 5-foot mark,
All the
it's pretty
serve
much going
good.
to come off the back wall.
Appeal the serve. I got
So
one
in order to
agree,
do
one
that, you
disagree.
got to hit it
Point.
very low on the front wall. You know,
Right
you're always
there.
better off hitting a short serve than you are giving your opponent a setup, because if you hit a short,
there.
then you've got another chance.
I looked at him. Okay, I'll tell you what.
Uh-oh.
2 serves.
What was that?
2 serves,
Well-
Luis. Play ball. Play ball. 2 serves.
get it.
He's complaining, Luis Cordova complained that there is no real line judge up there, that he's just using somebody who gave a thumbs up in the crowd and agreed, and Luis said that was never agreed upon.
20-10.
And so
Well, that's what I said in the beginning of the first game.
Steinberg said, you're right, we're going to play it over, 2 serves.
Come on,
That's a fair
Andy.
call from the ref, by the way.
Great shot. Great return. Keep the pressure on. Kept it on.
Game.
There it is. Luis-
Relentless pressure.
Easy to reverse
And that's what
that one.
Luis
Give him a
Moreno
break.
does the
I think
best.
it was gonna make a
Luis
difference.
Moreno takes down.
That was a great call by Andy Nett,
Takes down.
bringing these two together.
Yeah, well, I thought it was great. Luis really looked forward to playing with Andy Nett, and he takes down another national championship trophy. There will be a little award presentation. We want to thank everyone who tuned in live. This is our last broadcast of the day. Fred, I want to thank you for stepping in here as well. Luis Moreno winning a national championship alongside Andy Nett. Very first one for Andy. Luis has won one before, but Andy hasn't, and now he is a national champion here on the pro men's
And
doubles.
deservedly so.
I believe that means that Andy Nett will then possibly represent Team Ireland, because I think the doubles goes to Ireland. And does
Team
that,
Ireland or Team USA?
well, he'll go to Ireland to represent Team USA in the World Championships in October. Andy Nett, I believe, will be able to go now as part of that Team USA. It must be a great accomplishment. We're going to say goodbye. I want to thank Linda Manning, Jeff Kastner, as well as Chris Garrad back at the home base in Portland, Oregon, with the help that he gives us with technical support and such,
And Omar Lemus in Houston, Texas.
who has done some work for us for this production as well.
A lot
Fred
of
Lewis,
great work. A lot of
David
great work.
Fink, and Ashley Moeller, plus Lolita De Vincent. I want to thank her for her photography work.
How about Cesar Pimentel?
I want to thank him. He came into the booth. We had a lot of helpers here, so we want to congratulate everyone for this beautiful championship. There's an award presentation, but one of our camera angles is being obstructed here. Vern Roberts. We're going to say goodbye, but we're going to continue this coverage. Thank you for tuning in at racefor8.com.
Okay, Luis and Daniel, it was a great week. You guys made the finals today. Some tough serves you saw. Anything else?
He just hits the ball too hard. We didn't have much answer for that power.
Daniel, great week. Good singles effort. You had a great collegiate year.
Uh-huh.
What's next?
Hopefully I get to go to the 3-wall at Cincinnati, and then next year start going to the qualifiers to see if I can start qualifying.
Excellent. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Luis. Andy, great year for you. But finishing up with the Open Doubles title. Super tournament.
Well, my dad said before, to be a good doubles partner, you got to be or good doubles player, you got to know how to pick your partner. So I got a good partner, and I just try to stay out of the way. So
You did a lot more than stay out of the way. You guys really bring a lot of firepower to the game. Luis, you were really cranking to serve today. Trying to put an exclamation point on that, or what?
I was just trying to, put the pressure on my opponents and, try to do the best I can, to win with my partner here.
National champs. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. ¿Me dejan tomar unas fotos ustedes dos juntos, por favor? Luis, ¿me esperas para tomarles una foto ustedes dos juntos? A ver. Una, dos, tres. Una, dos, tres. Gracias. ¿Ustedes dos? Una.
And it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teams are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball. We need your help to continue our work. Inner City Handball Association is a registered 501c3 tax-exempt charity. Please donate today. Thank you.